Why did I start a YouTube channel? Why sharing all of this with everyone in the world? Let me just tell you about it while I tidy up a little bit. I've always been very, I don't want to say creative, but I've always liked crafts and doing stuff. So when I started sewing and watching videos on YouTube, it's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do upcycling, I wanted to do little changes and customizing stuff like handbags or shorts. I used to put in my espadrilles little things, cute little things like that. Not very complicated, but the thing is that the internet was full of those, and I started sewing and I quite enjoyed sewing, so I wanted to specialize in that, and that's really important. The theme, the topic, your niche has to be a bit focused on something. If you want to do a lot of everything, you won't get the public, you won't get the people, so it's too much unless it's like a blog style of video. So I started doing that with the sewing channel, and at first I remember I wanted to do a week a video of sewing and then the next week a decor one, but I ended up sewing much more. And even though I didn't want to sew as many clothes because I just had given birth to my first one, I ended up sewing and I enjoyed it a lot. So what everyone asks you is if it's worth it. Is it worth all the time you invest on this? For me, it's been worth it because I always say it, I owe the YouTube all the knowledge about sewing. I didn't know anything about sewing, and I'm sure if I didn't have the thing about doing the videos, if I didn't have the obligation of doing the videos, I wouldn't have sewn this much at all. I used to make a dress every once in a while if there was an occasion, or mending. I used to do loads of mending for myself and the house, and cushions and curtains and things like that. But the amount of sewing I've done in these years, I wouldn't have done it otherwise. So that's good for me because I've learned a lot. But it's true that, well, now I record myself and I edit the videos and I sew much quicker. But in the beginning, I used to stare at the fabric, didn't know how to do things, and ended up spending days to sew something. And then the editing, that was another job. So the amount of time, if you think about the investment of time, it was out of this world. Now I do things much quicker, so yes, it is worth it. The other thing is money. When you start in the channel I have in Spanish, I'm earning a little bit of money, but it's not enough. Like, it's not a salary. It's not something I can quit a job to do this, just to do this. And sometimes it's not even worth the amount I spend on fabrics and things I get for the sewing room, or time. If you think about the time I spend here, instead of, for example, doing something else, right now it's 11 at night, I could be watching a film with my husband or sleeping, but I'm here recording a video. So if you think about that, if you count that as money invested, is not still, I'm not making enough by far, but it's worth it. If you think about it the other way, the amount I've learned, it's a lot. Well, in the Spanish channel, Costuverso, if you want to have a look, I have many more subscribers. Here I think I have probably a language barrier. In the other one I have 80,000 plus subscribers. Why why aren't I earning loads of money and living a crazy life? Because I haven't got the key yet. It's so many things. It's not just the niche. You have to take into account the aesthetic of the video, how you explain things, or maybe how you talk, how you show things. It's so much stuff apart from the technique. So I have to keep trying. It's just a matter of trial and error and keep improving, really. And about this, I have an Instagram account, Iregusa, in which I show you my life or little bits of my life. I love cooking, I love my children and doing things with them, taking them to the park or going for walks around the city, around the island. So that's just me. It's what I do. This is more of only sewing, and that is life. And one thing, even though I have 25,000 people following me and people say hello to me on the street and I really appreciate it, then it's also true that nobody knows me, in the sense of when you talk about nobody calls me for an event or anything special that's happening on the island. I think it's because I haven't got an agency. It's just me, so nobody really knows I exist, which is really funny. And what about insecurities? Because you are showing your life to the world and what you do. What if you say something wrong? What if you do something badly? I always think about this, and I always check when I'm sharing information just to make sure that what I say is true and I'm doing it right and properly. So I just wanted to show or to share, better said, what I do and how I've learned sewing. I still learn with every little project. Today I do some mending I had never done before, and it's amazing that with everything you sew you can learn something new. So that's what I want to share. I've never said or that I've studied sewing. I've learned on my own. I'm self-taught, and that's what I want to share with people, that you can do it yourself. You don't have to be afraid of the sewing machine, and it's amazing the amount of stuff you can do when you sew, when you know how to sew. So that's just it. I just want to share all the sewing experience. And how do I face bad comments? Well, I hardly ever have any bad comments. In the Spanish channel, I've had a few recently, but it makes me sad, but not for me, but in general. Like, the rudeness is not an excuse. The fact that I share a video or I show something doesn't mean that someone can be rude to me just for doing something. It's not justified. It's really sad, and it just is not nice at all. I've even been said to do my hair properly, or that my body was a monument to cellulite. So it's just ridiculous. It's just something you wouldn't say to anyone face to face. So why would you say it on social networks? It's just hideous. It doesn't make sense. And talking about this with my husband, he even joked and said that to put the spotlight on Sewverse or on Sewverse, I should just send a message to Ibai, which is who is. And talking about this with my husband, he joked one day saying that to put the spotlight on Sewverse or on Sewverse, I should just send a message to Ibai, who is a Spanish YouTuber, a famous Spanish YouTuber, and tell him I will make his cloak for New Year's Eve. Imagine that. Maybe he wasn't even joking. And of course, there are some days that I just don't feel like coming downstairs to film a video. Maybe I could show something, but not film a video and be, I don't know, just nice, talking nicely and awake. There are days in which if I hadn't slept properly the night before, I'm just a zombie at night. So it's a bit difficult now with 2 children. I'm sewing at night. Every time I film a video is late at night, so sometimes I just feel like relaxing. It's difficult if you've had a hard day, a bad night, or maybe a headache or some menstrual problems. It makes it really difficult. It's just life, and this is just a hobby, so I have to somehow make it work. Thank goodness my husband supports me, and it's really willing for this to work and to just make something out of it. But on the other hand, I do like it. I love making the videos. I love, even when there are bad videos, when I've sewn something terribly, I show it. I show everything. And if you saw me on the street, you will see how I'm wearing the stuff I sew. I only have the clothes I've sewn. So if you like sewing, talking about sewing, today I'm just talking, but I sew regularly. Let me know down in the comments what you think about everything and how you will do. If you want to start a channel, you just have to start. You don't have to know everything. You just have to start sharing and getting in the mood of doing it. And if you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you around. Bye.